Hello, everyone, welcome. Happy Friday. How are you all? Danza Goodwin. Anyone else out there, welcome. Goodwin, how can you have been waiting very long? It's 12 on the nose. We've only just begun. Right on time. Yeah, that rogue VI. Who might that be? Who might that be? That's right, we wrapped up yesterday. Talking to the wall. Well, almost talking to the wall. We're talking to our super fan. So, where are we off to today? Caddyshack, huh, Goodwin? Making you feel old? Yeah, that happens. Happens to the best of us. Today, Eros. But what do you think? Should we go after the Rogue VI first? Head to the Sol system in the local cluster, deal with the Rogue VI on Earth's moon. Still drying out, I just got out of the shower here. And what? Roar. I think we should. Gotta do a better job scanning systems too. If we're gonna need some number of matriarch writings, where do those show up on here? Sorry, writings. Those are the matriarch writings, aren't they? The Asari writings 10. We need to find 10 of them. Though I still don't understand how that ties in. What does that have to do with Conrad Werner's future appearances? I've accepted that it has something to do with that because I've been told by people I trust. But how the hell does that even work? Yeah, I'll tell you, Densa, I'm a little on the fence now about, I still want to play Nier, but I'm not sure I want to play Nier 5 times. I feel like I'm going to be missing something if I only play it once or twice. Like, why should I... If playing it once or twice means not understanding what happened, and you're not ready to commit to playing it 5 times... It's 3 times? It's 3 times? So where did I get 5? I could have sworn I've heard people talk about more than 3 endings to get the story. Anyways, I probably shouldn't ask because we'll get too close to spoilers. If I push and somebody answers, next thing you know, boom. You should probably let it go. But I'm just saying that all this, you got to complete it multiple times to understand the story. And there, the third part being 100% different. So, all right, let's just say 3. I'm not ready to commit to playing a game 3 times to enjoy it, even though there are plenty of games I've enjoyed enough to play 3, 5, 10, 12 times. That's a big ask. Play our game 3 times if you want to enjoy it to its fullest. Regardless, whether they're new chapters or an extension of the story or a new perspective on the story, yeah, it's a big ask. How do I express this? The heat generated by your weapons, the accuracy of your weapons, the way that affects your squad mates is very intangible to me. They might have weapons with mods that allow them to shoot more before overheating or have better accuracy, but how can you really tell how effective that is? it's sort of lost in the mix of combat just how effective that is. And I've never had the feeling, though it might still be functional, that it makes that much of a difference. I just wish I could feel it more in combat. Hello, Kimberly. Lurking at work, wanted to wish you a great stream. Thank you. Thank you. Don't work too hard. Goodwin, regret to inform you, I have no idea what you two are talking about, as I've neither played nor watched the game in question. I have neither played nor watched the game in question, Goodwin, so don't worry about that. RZD, sup people? What's up with you?
Patching it through.
Hey, thank you for the host. Shooty, let's take another Carnage. And... wait, who else did we bring out? Dolly. We haven't, we've leveled up quite a bit without taking too many different people with us.
I am assuming direct control.
Ooh, I thought Nier had like 20 endings to keep yourself busy for a while. What's up, man? That's what I was fussing over. I know it has more endings than it has significant story changes as it progresses, but still a little overwhelmed by the investment that might be required to get the most out of that. Alright, we're getting points spent. Groovy. Yeah, good one. We're gonna have to not talk about it because I don't want to know those endings or the spoilers, but yes, there might be 20 fluff endings, but there are at least a series of endings that make a hell of a difference. But we can't talk too much about that because I haven't played it and I haven't seen it and I don't want to know until we play it. Very hard to dance around these things. Are we here?
First time I was here, I dropped a bundle in the casino. Got so mad I put my fist through one of the machines.
Yeah, but Densa, if a playthrough is about we gotta drop this, but if a playthrough is about 25 hours, that's a week. You know, that's a week here. 3 playthroughs, that's 3 weeks. That's a big investment. Just thinking about it. As I'm playing it off stream in my spare time. Spare time! After the stream today, I'm going to a Northern Colorado Twitch streamer meetup. Very close to where I live, fortunately. Ryan, what's up, Ryan?
A Solarian excavation team has run into an unexpected problem after unearthing a Prothean dig site. Hanar protesters have blockaded the dig site, claiming that artifacts of the Enkindlers, as the Hanar call them, should not be disturbed. The excavation team has appealed to Hanar representatives on the Citadel to reach a diplomatic solution.
I didn't invite anyone, Goodwin. I am not the organizer. I have nothing to do with organizing the group. That would be Stevie Ray Drawn, who moved up here to Fort Collins from Denver and has since been organizing people for meetups in Denver as well as in Northern Colorado. Hey, Rex. What do you think? Luna? Luna first. S7, what's up, man?
Be the man! You gotta beat the man!
Woo! Woo!
Stand by shortly.
Sorry, that was a really weak woo. Woo!
Logged.
How about that
The
for a
commanding
Friday?
officer is aboard. Exo Presley stands relieved.
Mass Effect 1 could really benefit from a little bit of the system tracking that you get in the later games, where it tells you what percentage of any given system you've explored. So we want to go to Luna, but I also want to make sure we're getting matriarch writings. What do you say we pop into a few systems and don't land anywhere? Now, Woo or anyone else who knows, check me here. Some of the matriarch writings we can survey and get from orbit. Some of the matriarch writings we gotta be down on a planetary surface. Is that correct? Is it even possible to get all 10 matriarch writings without landing? There's more than 10 out there, right? You need 10, but there's more than 10. Is that also correct? Some of them are on the tops of pyramids, if I remember correctly. Damn, that sounds familiar. That does sound familiar. Well, let's poke around, scan some systems. Not planning to make any
Message coming in,
landings right
Commander.
now.
Big surprise, the Alliance needs you again.
Shepard, this is Admiral Hackett with Alliance Command.
You had a mission for us last night we haven't even had time to do yet.
An officer named Major Kyle has set up a small compound in the Hulking Eta cluster. He's attracted a number of followers, mostly biotics. He's become an outspoken critic of the Alliance, and we believe he's mentally unstable. This could be trouble, Shepard.
I'll just take your word for it.
I'll look into it.
3 days ago, we sent 2 Alliance representatives to meet with him at his compound. They've disappeared. We believe Kyle and his followers killed them. That compound is a cult, Shepard. They call him Father Kyle now. He set himself up as some kind of religious leader.
You said his followers were biotics?
Yes. Major Kyle never showed any biotic tendencies himself, though. I think he's just latched onto a group he identifies with. Many biotics feel marginalized or ostracized by society. Kyle probably sees them as victims who need his protection, and they see him as someone who will fight for them. Unfortunately, he's convinced them that the Alliance is somehow responsible for all their problems. We can't let him go on like this.
What were those Alliance representatives going to talk to Major Kyle about?
They wanted to bring him back to an Alliance facility for treatment. Major Kyle served us faithfully for many years. We weren't going to abandon him. Given his state of mind, however, he probably saw them as a threat. We're almost certain he had his followers killed him.
What else can you tell me about Major Kyle?
He used to be a model soldier, but something happened to him at Torfin. Too many Alliance soldiers died under his command. Couldn't cope with the guilt. His psych evaluations showed he couldn't handle the stress of command anymore. He was given an honorable discharge in early retirement. We'd hoped he would get better in time, but we underestimated how far gone he was. Now it looks like it's too late.
I'll deal with Major Kyle for you, Admiral.
We don't want this to turn into a massacre, Commander. Kyle is dangerous. I trust you to use your judgment. Hack it out.
You don't want this to turn into a massacre, but you'd accept one. Alright, we're looking for surveyable planets. At this time, not trying to land on any planets. We're just going to run around and pick up some collectibles and then probably go to Luna for the Rogue VI. If we want to go do some side quests after that before heading to Pharos, we can. We'll get there. Tamahera has a thin atmosphere of carbon dioxide and xenon. Thrilling. Damn it. I will endeavor to push X and not B to get off this screen. Press Rop. Moon of Clendagon. Frigid barren world. It does have a landing site. That hurts every time. Never fails. Clendagon. Arid terrestrial, slightly larger than Earth, lower density, reflects its relative lack of heavy elements. My God! Could I just one time go from planet to planet without exiting? Terrestrial world of average size. Kanktra's atmosphere, composed of nitrogen and argon. Light metal surveyed. Zoom out, thank you. Who knows my pain? Naropto. Typical hydrogen helium gas giant. Survey. Medallion recovered. Further scans by Chief Engineer Adams revealed a destroyed escape pod. Your salvage team recovered the component and found a League of One medallion. Klendagon is one of the few planets worth reading the whole thing since it's important later. I'm happy to indulge. Let's do it. I'm quite sure I've read it before, but I wasn't committed to reading them all through this time. It is familiar. Klendagon is an arid terrestrial, slightly larger than Earth, but with a lower density that reflects its relative lack of heavier elements. The crust is composed of tin and aluminum, with wide deserts of dust, fine sand that are easily stirred by the wind. Klendagon's most striking feature is, of course, the Great Rift Valley that stretches across the southern hemisphere. What is most fascinating about the rift is that it does not appear to be natural. The geological record suggests it is the result of a glancing blow by a mass accelerator round of unimaginable destructive power. This occurred some 37 million years ago. Hey, Simpika. Happy Friday to you. Hope you're well. How goes? How goes? Oh, man. Be a nice remap. Just remap the buttons on this screen. So let's pop into, we won't be heading to the Beermeyer or Pharaoh systems, not Attican Beta or Sentry Omega, but let's head to the other ones which are unmarked and just see what we can pick up with some quick scans. Good. Simpika, pretty good. Little, pretty good. Just go with that. It's Friday. Modest terrestrial planet, thin atmosphere. God. I'm gonna crack though. Maybe we shouldn't be scanning planets. If I can't handle scanning planets and exiting the menu in between every single planet, maybe we shouldn't. Tahe, exceptional form of planet called a Roche world. One half of a pair of small and unusually dense terrestrial worlds that orbit each other so closely they effectively share a single atmosphere. I could note down, maybe I should be noting down which planets we could be landing on, just in case we want planets to go back to. Do that. Tahe. Roslogin, enigmatic rock and ice planet, light metal surveyed. Go. I already checked Farthol. I think I did, right? Nothing. Imanea. Nothing to survey. Exceptionally large for a terrestrial world, Imanea is composed of water ice with the core of various carbonaceous compounds.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
I've received some information I thought you'd want to see, Commander. Someone is killing former Alliance scientists. There have been 4 deaths in the past month.
Like every few minutes, Hackett's calling with another side quest since the end of the stream yesterday. At any rate, sorry, I didn't mean to not answer the question, Ryan, but it ties into the Derelict Reaper stuff that comes in Mass Effect 2. Elusive Man talks about it. Tie into more than that? Not sure.
Former scientists. Sounds like someone has a project they'd like to keep secret.
We found a connection between the scientists and you. They all worked on a classified project several years ago, on Akuz.
Akuz. I lost my whole unit
Hackett
there. You're
knows
saying
that.
that our scientists were involved?
I can't get any information on what they were working on. The project records were sealed. Commander, Shepard, what you do with this is up to you. I just thought you'd want to know. There was one other scientist on the project, Dr. Wayne. I'm transmitting his last known coordinates. Good luck. Fifth Fleet out.
Hunterum. Shut. They must have known how trolly that was when they set the exit button and the zoom out button the way they did. Rock and ice planet, with an atmosphere composed of chlorine and argon. There's one more matriarch writing. This is why we're actually doing this now. I don't expect to get all 10. But Wilhelm with the buttons, yeah. That's 2. At least 2 of 10. Junkro, hydrogen helium gas giant. Surveyed hydrogen. Desmose. Ice dwarf world, surface composed almost entirely of frozen water.
Message coming in from the brass at Arcturus. Patching it through.
Joker, would you stop
Normandy,
patching people
Admiral
through?
Hackett here. We're getting reports of a marked increase in Geth activity in the Skillian Verge. Surveillance drones have identified Geth outposts on 4 different planets in the Armstrong cluster. We need someone to take them out.
We have any idea what they're after?
Hard to say. They may be just gathering intel on us. Or maybe they're setting up staging grounds for hit-and-run attacks on human colonies.
It could be the first wave of an invasion.
Let's hope not. We need someone to investigate this, Shepard. Finding Saren is still your top priority, but you've got experience fighting the Geth. You're the logical choice to take out these outposts. We're transmitting all the locations of known Geth outposts in the Armstrong cluster to the Normandy now. Admiral Hackett out.
Now, granted, these things he's bugging us about are tied to the systems we're traveling to, so it's not completely arbitrary. But still, trying to pop around and do some surveying, and Hackett keeps getting in my ear asking me to take care of business, and take care of business, and take care of business. By the way, could you take care of business? Aji. Regal. Enormous terrestrial world. Turian insignia recovered. Discovered several marker buoys orbiting it. Chief Engineer Adams secured some high-res optical images of the buoys which appeared to have been neglected for some time. Each one was marked with the Betika colony insignia. Almos. Hydrogen helium gas giant. Pieces of sodium. I'm jotting down the names of planets that we could land on. Mostly tied to the side quest Hackett's been in our ear about. enormous terrestrial planet. And reading a line or two of those descriptions doesn't do a whole lot. It is better if you read the whole thing. We read the whole thing, we're going to pad this out by 5 or 10 hours. There are a lot of planets with a lot of descriptions. Some of them are better than others. A classic pre-garden terrestrial world. Caspian. Matar. Another matriarch writing. Score. Matriarch Dillanaga's writings. Woo, help me out again. Why are the matriarch writings required for the Conrad Werner quest? What did they facilitate? Still fail to understand that. Hey, Death King. Light metal surveyed lithium. How much do you want spoiled? Come on, man. We've played these games here plenty of times. Just lay it out. It's all good. This spoiler alert, the Reapers are coming. Spoiler alert, Starchild will still be at the end of the series. Yeah, hit me with it. I'm just trying to understand why the matriarch writings have anything to do with Conrad Werner. Obviously, Conrad Werner will be in the bar next to a certain matriarch in the second game. I presume it has something to do with that, but I don't understand the connection. Ereshkova. Demalrus. Heavy metal, iridium. So we're talking about all the way in Mass Effect 3. He offers to help. You transmit information. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that bit. Heavy metal, Mercury. You see, Gene Simmons abandoned his attempt to trademark his hand gestures. Sol Marlon. Speaking of metal. Heavy metal. Mawanor. Nothing. Yeah, Gene Simmons was trying to trademark the hand gesture, and he finally dropped that because that was fucking stupid. And yeah, it was really classy, wasn't it? Part of the information needs to be decrypted using a bunch of matriarch writings. What's up, Bob? Howdy, man. King Bob. Nice, I'm in a different app altogether. Happy Friday, Bob. So, are the clowns gonna cut you loose for the weekend? Are you gonna cut them loose for the weekend? Alright, so it's when he calls in a favor from Gavin Hossel on Pharos. I do remember Gavin Hossel. He has to have a license a patent from Elk. Wow, what weird dependencies to put in there. Another matriarch writing. This is good. This bodes well. Even if we don't get them all in this pass, we eventually do some side quests on some of these planets and hopefully go to some other anomaly and debris sites and stumble into a few others. Get our 10. Charon. No practical purpose for any of it. He exists solely as payoff for people who did everything in ME1. Yeah, I get that. But everything making him dependent on some of those really, really tangential tasks. But yeah, so they did. So be it. Cobalt, anti-Rumagon. Alright, that's Armstrong Nebula for now. Go Voyager, Hades, Gemini, Argos, Rho, Artemis, Tau, and then local cluster. We'll go after the Rogue VI. At that point, we shouldn't need but 4 or 5 of the Matriarch writings. Maybe we'll do even better than that. Scan it around here. And you have to be sure to help out that one lady's sister at the bar on the Citadel. Really? God, I've missed that so many times. I think I've only helped her once. Pretty sure I know who you're talking about. The one who's in trouble. She's like doing spy work for CSEC or something. That one. Okay, been through another system here. Been through in Yangtze. Dragir. Survey Dragir. Light metal. Beryllium. Prothean data disk recovered. Joker brought the Normandy around and your salvage team picked up a small escape pod trapped in orbit. Long dead Turian inside, along with a few personal items and a Prothean data disk. This survey adventure was brought to you by Prothean data disks and Matriarch writings. Large deposit of thorium.
Commander, incoming signal from 5th Fleet HQ on the Citadel.
I'm shocked!
Commander Shepard, something uncomfortable has just come up. In the First Contact War, we fired a lot of espionage probes into Turian space. We just received a mission complete burst from one of them.
Oh?
Where's it been in the meantime?
No idea. Lost in transit. These probes were built in a hurry after First Contact.
What makes this uncomfortable?
When these probes were launched, we didn't have any idea who we were fighting. We didn't want to risk aliens examining our technology. The probe has a demo nuke built in. A 20-kiloton tactical fusion warhead. About equal to the bomb dropped on Hiroshima back in the 20th.
What a convenient
If somebody
reference.
finds that probe, tampers with it. You don't need me to finish, Commander.
And don't we have specialists for that?
Shouldn't a bomb disposal unit be sent for this? We don't have anyone trained in that.
I know. I wouldn't ask if it wasn't important. These probes have been classified for 26 years. The Council will call fusion bomb booby traps dangerous and irresponsible. The Alliance would face censure if they find this probe. I'm asking you because the Normandy can get on site quickly and quietly. It's in the Voyager cluster.
Just like the Starship Enterprise. Always seems to be the only ship anywhere nearby who can do anything about anything. So you get the job. Bomb disposal, you get the job. Toilet clogged, you get the job. We got it.
We'll get on it immediately, Admiral. And we'll be discreet.
I appreciate that, Commander. Good luck. Fifth Fleet out.
Yeah, I don't think we actually have a fleet. I think it's just the Normandy. Because you keep calling us Amazon. Agabinium. Survey says rare element polonium. Survey says Turian insignia. Probe marked with the Quadium outpost insignia. Survey says gas deposit nitrogen. This was all in the Voyager cluster. I don't know if you were lurking before you got here, Bob, DBA Bob, but what we're doing right now is looking for matriarch writings by surveying whatever planets we can real quick without stopping to land on all the eligible planets. We've got lots of planets we could land on, lots more collectibles, including some of the matriarch writings we need on some of those planets. But not now. Our first landing, hopefully today, is going to be on the moon, going after the Rogue VI. As long as we don't stop to read all the planetary descriptions or land on everyone we can land on and explore it, we should be able to push through a number of planets, surveying them as we go real quick. That's what we're doing. Survey says hydrogen. Loba, second and by far the larger of Antaeus' two gas giants. Survey says matriarch writings. Boom. More. Trevin. Modest terrestrial world. We won't be landing there today. Antaeus. Bemal, survey says rare element uranium. Unidor. Survey says nothing.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Thank you for the host,
Commander, we've got
Joker.
a situation that requires your expertise. A group of fanatical biotics have kidnapped the chairman of the Parliament Subcommittee on Transhuman Studies. Their freighter sustained damage and is dead in space. Get in there and take them down.
What kind of resistance should I expect?
The biotics were seen loading equipment into the freighter. Expect traps and combat drones. Nothing you can't handle.
What are the biotics asking for?
They're L2 biotics, and most of them are suffering major side effects from the implants. The subcommittee denied a request for reparations to all L2 biotics. Apparently they'd like the chairman to reconsider.
What's the priority on saving the chairman?
Saving him would be my preference, but we must make it clear that these tactics don't work, Commander. Your top priority is to neutralize the biotics.
Understood, Admiral. I'll see what I can do.
I appreciate you taking the time, Commander. I'm sending you the last known coordinates of the freighter. Good luck. Fifth Fleet out.
Lots of requests, lots of appreciation. Does he notice that we haven't done a damn thing yet? Unshagan. Tauma. Survey says Prothean data disk. Nepnu. Survey says rare element thorium on a nearby moon. We don't really, there's nothing to scan when we close in on a ship in orbit somewhere. We can board, not board. We'll have to come back. MSV Ontario. Arenata. At least I am taking notes on the landable planets we're not landing on. Make it a little faster to make passes by them. Of course, most of these things are ending up in our journal. Not every single one, but most of these planets are, because Hackett keeps popping in to tell us, biotics went crazy. You gotta do something about it. Hey, some biotics, they went crazy. think we need you to do something about it. Hey, these biotics, they took hostages. We could really use you to do something about it. Nerum, survey says light metal, titanium. Glensol. Remar. Raisha, survey says Turian insignia, the Trident colony insignia. Alright, that's Hades Gamma. Pass. Gemini Sigma. To Ming and Han. Yeah, Joker voice still gets me. Not as much as the war acid sound when we're playing ME3. Light metal, survey says titanium. Altanork. Medallion recovered, League of One medallion. That's peculiar, Densa. That's peculiar. Angela Merkel's coming to Gamescom this year. That's different. So again, the Worthington, we will be coming back for the MSV Worthington. Kowloon class modular conveyor of human design. Up over to Han. Lost track of the matriarch writings, but I bet you we have 6 of them right now. 5 or 6. Aravan, survey says matriarch writings +1. That'd be cool if we could get them all from scanning systems. Really nice. Oningto. Abagon. Level 1 cold hazard. Arkrothu. Atatanlis. Survey says light metal, beryllium. Jay, could you pull over? I gotta go to the bathroom. Can you hold it a little while? We just stopped. We just stopped 6 systems ago. Your bands? Oh, okay. Get that during the break. Vermalis. I think about 5 more minutes
Message
of
coming in.
planet scanning.
Patching it through.
+1 for Hackett.
General distress call.
Or-
Sacred Angel medical transport. Critical system failure. Losing power. Emergency landing. Argos. Communications failing. Life support. Emergency transponder. Won't last. Please hurry.
Please hurry, won't last. Sucks to be you. We're not landing anywhere right now. Wonder if any of these are actually time sensitive. We don't do them soon. They autocomplete and fail. Either way, we're not landing right now. Hydra. They are Scan room. Tyrian insignia recovered. Parthia colony insignia. They didn't do any of the time-sensitive stuff in the first one. I didn't have memories of that, but easy to wonder and doubt. Gas deposit, helium-3. Okay, Argos Row. So, Artemis Tau, and then on to the local cluster. Artemis Tau, we came to this system for Liara, right? But I don't think I went through the system scanning planets, so we may as well. Woo, that's why the Grissom Academy mission got you the first time in ME3. You thought you could take your time. You had been conditioned. Do not worry about. Please hurry. Emergency. Please. We may have scanned some of the planets in this system when we came for Liara, but I don't think I made it all around. Hey y'all, says Miss Misery. What's up, Miss Misery? Happy Friday. What are you doing? That's where we found Liara. That's probably where we stopped scanning. Macros. Armeni. Arcanes. Survey says gas deposit, nitrogen. Misery, a bit sick, but otherwise good. How is everyone? You're a bit sick. Oh, there's always something, right? Always something. Pretty good here. I would like, my digestion has left a lot to be desired since I got off the pain meds. Been getting me. Proteus, survey says gas deposit, free oxygen. Nausicaa. Circe, survey says gas deposit, helium-3. Probably done finding matriarch writings from simple scans. We're gonna have to find the last few on planet surfaces. Distant Pharos. Survey says Turian insignia, Magna colony. Macedon. Last system in the cluster. Argila. Orlan, survey says one more matriarch writings. Matriarch Dillinaga's writings in its storage compartment. You gotta have at least 6, if not 7 of the writings now. That's good. Good. Argelus. Gas deposit. Xenon. Okay. Local cluster. Here we come. probably nothing to survey. There's some familiar planets. Mercury. Venus. Earth. And Luna. Growing. For detailed information on Earth, please refer to the Standard Issue Alliance Galactic Codec. There really is nothing to scan anywhere in the system, is there? All been scanned before. Go ahead and drop a save, though. Hey, Five Finger. Yeah, we got a command for that. Luna, an early source of helium-3, Luna is now mined for materials used in space habitat construction. 24 major stations have been constructed at Earth's L4 and L5 Lagrange points, all from lunar resources. Current population 4.1 million people living on the moon. Who should we bring? Bring Tali on this one. Many times. Five Finger, many times. It's one of my favorite series. We've had quite a few playthroughs here of the series. Played through all of it many times, and 2 and 3 many more times. So who's coming along? Ollie and Rex. Nick slips quietly and almost unnoticed into the room, lurks like the fantastic lurker he is. Yeah. Nick, glad you popped up. Happy Friday, man. Have a good lurk. So, Garrus and Tali, do either of them even have, say, first aid? Got what? I think I just unlocked first aid on Tali. But it's not very good. I don't want to run all the way down to the basement of the ship to go to their lockers. No, that would just be equipment anyways. Too late to back out anyways. Who's got really good first aid? Liara does. Oh, Liara and Garrus instead. Liara's got maxed first aid. That's good. Low electronics. Garrus has maxed decryption. That's good. Also had some first aid. I'm just trying to take mental note. I know Liara's got first aid. I did not remember that Garrus had first aid. You're asking about the Mass Effect games. I prefer the gameplay in 2 and 3. 3 didn't add so much to the gameplay in 2. I did kind of like the rolling. Frustrated by the one button for everything, one button to rule them all. That didn't help, but otherwise, mechanically, I liked the changes in 2 and 3. How about you? I'm not one of many people who prefer the mechanics in Mass Effect 1. I don't. I think it's a little clunky and rough. They offer so many possibilities that don't feel all that special. Yeah, and the inventory management drives me buggy in this first one. I don't know what I want to spend this point on. Let's move birds. Landed on the moon. Debris in the training ground. All right, debris first. I think I will probably do today what we did yesterday. We'll take breaks on 90 minutes instead of an hour. I should still be moving towards the 1 hour, 5 minutes every hour, but I've got my reasons for wanting to space that out a little right now.
Patching it through.
So we're gonna go with about 90-minute segments and breaks. Claire, what's up, Claire? Thank you for that host. Claire, did you see? Now, I will never be the Resident Evil aficionado or fan that you are to that degree, but I saw something about Resident Evil 2 remake is happening soon, and unless I'm mixing it up with another Resident Evil project, they were saying that Claire's voice actor is being replaced for some reason, not because of the strike. There's a voice actors, Screen Actors Guild strike. A lot of voice actors are not, like Chloe, not being voiced by Ashley Birch in the Life is Strange prequel. That's because of the strike. But the voice actor for Claire is not because of the strike. I guess I missed something. I'm not sure why they're replacing her there. Fusion Explosive 4 and Incendiary Explosives. That's something you'd heard about. I think it'll be on all systems. No, I don't know about that part, Claire. Just assume it'll be on all systems. Earthrise. This thing actually has an even greater zoom. Zoom levels. think it's safe to go in now. We just leveled, didn't we? Advanced overkill. Our diminishing returns as we level up more. We're getting fewer points for each level. Squad mates, looks like they're just getting a single point per level now.
Holding position.
Ooh, after a while you started waiting to level up for a bit until they built up enough points to do something useful. I understand. Reaper 4, Stinger 4. Do similar things with loot sometimes. Instead of stopping every time we pick up a few guns to make sure they're not better than the ones we have, since I can't keep track of every gun profile, I wait until we've collected a bunch of stuff and make a pass. Maybe when we go back to the Normandy, make sure everybody's equipped as well as they can be, and then sell everything else to the merchant. RZD, Horizon must have been made specifically for Jay and his red hair fetish. I don't know if it'd go that far. You can like something a whole lot without it being a fetish. Storm 4, heavy armor for human. Nice, no one can wear that except for our deadbeats. Oh, I'm a sucker for red hair, no doubt. I'm still not sure that makes it a fetish. We're on hardcore instead of insanity, and that's going to play out in a few places, some of the bigger fights that are pretty trolly, but also if I bring my squad mates somewhere out of the way and then tell them to hold position, it's not really a good place, maybe tell them to hold position over here or something, they will still be able to use powers on my targets. And that would matter a lot more if we were on insanity. But as things like assault and then rocket drones start moving into the hall here, it'll be nice not to have my squad mates taken out, even though we could use them as fodder. Thank you, Kim. Yep, there you go. Nick, sure can. Grace? Hello to you, Grace. Out there in TV land. Hello. I'm dying before I even get back to cover. Must have been flanked as well. As I focused on that one, I think some others came around the pillar. Yeah, I guess I didn't save.
Cover me.
Rip fast. When you rip quick. Oh, we won't worry about spending those extra points. We'll just bank them for now. There's no purpose to destroying these power junctions out here, is there? All we did is got toxic goo. There is some RNG to the rolls. But we got slightly different weapons than last time. That would be nice if it would let me drop a save here. Might if we go back to the entrance. We actually have to exit the building.
All clear.
There you go. All clear. I'll take an all clear. Thanks. Most of them aren't active. I don't know if you can see on the radar. They're not moving. There's one that should be. Now they're moving. That's how I got flanked before. I moved up far enough to trigger a lot of them, and they started moving around the pillar. Something good we could do with them. Not good, not good. Even though I can heal up, if I'm standing there taking fire, healing up won't mean anything. I'll just heal up and then die anyways. Those up right now, because they can be blown up. I don't know about you, but if something can be blown up, I usually blow it up. Where it'll actually matter is up ahead. You know, habits. VI conduits. Toxic gas is being vented into the bunkers. most of that one.
All clear.
For no reason is still a good reason. The lights on the optical mainframes flicker and die. The first of 3 computing clusters containing the VI is offline. Garrus laying down on the job again. I have to have a talk with that guy. Oh, smooth move, Shepard. Think there's any loot crates back here? Are there? Doke, what's up? Howdy, Jay. How you been? How's your neck? Neck is good. Finished PT on Wednesday. My last PT appointment. Got my 3-month surgical follow-up on Monday. How about you? Same layout as the last one. Edge, Hurricane, Striker. Hey, congrats. Got a new job starting in about 2 weeks. Excellent, excellent. Are you excited for the new job? Oh, suppose I better do this, huh? Great time to stop and chat. Stinger, Thunder, Naginata. Let's check out that Thunder. That I'm a little curious about. Got a lot of upgrades. Inventory's gonna be getting full soon. You're gonna be working the oil fields of Williston, North Dakota. Right on. Congrats on the new job. That's what I'm using. Alright, I'll switch that out. Accuracy's not as good. Shots before overheat was about the same. New gun for Garrus. And a new sniper. Celador, I think Stingers are pretty good. Might be confusing the name, though. No, you're right. Don't I actually have one equipped? I switched from the Stinger to the Stiletto yesterday for the damage increase, so the Stinger is slightly better shots before overheat, slightly better accuracy, slightly less damage. It's really pretty comparable. I think I remember in the past passing Stilettos off by later in the game. We're not. Look at our current credits. We're sitting on almost 208,000. When we get, I think, 240,000, we can buy a Spectre pistol, and then that'll be it for Shepard. That'll be her main gun. End of story. How are you doing, Celador? Can I let's see if I can back up to the entrance and drop a save before we go in. Saw what happened last time, right? Can I get an all clear, Liara? They are all clear.
Perimeter secure.
That'll do, Garrus. Pretty good. Celador, pretty good. Glad it's Friday. I know people are excited for the weekend. I am, my body's been out of whack this week. Neck's okay. All that stuff's good. Yes, good. But the body's still a little out of whack sometimes. Doesn't take a bad neck to have a whacked out body. Anyways, going to a Twitch meetup here in Fort Collins tonight after the stream. Right after the stream. Guess I'll be eating dinner there. Sorry to hear it. This is the end of your vacation. This weekend is the end of your vacation. That is a bummer, man. Shepard, why are you not shooting, Shepard? Have a little talk. Shepard does have some regen in her armor, but it's really slow. Garrus's overload has just not been landing at all. What you guys hear? Garrus start triggering his overload. Better. So fragile. So fragile. I shouldn't be here. I really don't want to die in here right now with one left. Excellent.
All targets eliminated. Perimeter clear.
Kinetic barrier fields power up throughout the bunker complex. Let's rotate VI is not really doing that much to defend itself. Kind of expected more. Like, really, those shields in front of the conduits? Really? Knowing what the rogue VI becomes, expected a little more. Alright, 2 out of 3 down. Shepard, what's with you indoors today? Those are pretty lame defenses. Hey, we're gonna put up little barriers by every doorway and every object that take about 2 seconds to knock down. Storm, Naginata, Avenger. Bad spot. Katana, Hurricane, Raptor. Yeah, they throw so many guns at you with all their different tiers in the first game that it contributes to that whole inventory management mess in my mind. And they kind of lose value. Not literal value, what you can sell them for, or literal value, the damage that they do. But you get overwhelmed with stuff. You just keep having your inventory filled, dumped, full of weapons. You know, it's like, oh yeah, there's my 5th Naginata 4, I think. Or did I get a 5, or was it a 3? And
Message for you, Commander.
they just
came
kind
in
of
over
get
secure channel.
sloppy. Oh yeah, ready. Thank you, man. Rock and roll. Thank you for your sub and support. Yeah, you rock. Ready to roll, baby. Thank you for the sub. We get some love in chat. Ready, are you even out there? Hey, thank you. You said something about that the other day. You were serious. I'm gonna stash Garrus and Liara back out here. Where it's safer.
It's too rough.
No, it's not too rough. How about over there?
I'm blocked.
No, you're not. Don't bullshit me now, Garrus. I'm probably dead. At least that makes sense. You should not be able to take a rocket to the face.
That's it. Bag 'em and tag 'em.
The way in. There's just one on the move, one little lonely guy. So, wonder why throw has absolutely no effect on them. I realize they are hovering, they're under their own propulsion, they're not standing on the ground. But wouldn't the force from throw still cause them to move? Also not good. Rocket drone while I'm standing right here. All it takes. Shit! Fuck you, Shepard! Oh, man. I can't go through a door without closing said door today. Oh, hi! Assault drone and advanced rocket drone who are right on my arse. Believe it or not, these fairly repetitive sequences here on Luna are one of the real troublesome bits on Insanity. It's another one of the reasons we're playing ME1 on hardcore this time. A few bigger fights, a few boss fights like the Benezia fight, the Krogan fight, you're getting Liara. But there's also some of the more generic fights like this one where you just get swarmed by drones, where a single rocket will take you out, where your companions have to stay out of the way or they're not going to last at all. I mean, they can go smoothly. I'm sure there's plenty of people who are used to going through that on Insanity and never die doing it. I die, and we end up sinking a lot of time into it. Okay, I don't know if that's more or less confusing. Ready to roll, baby. Also, notice how the bot is all confused. So they're both you. I got that. And thank you for your sub again, man. Thank you. But it is confusing. Ready to roll, baby, with the underscore is the new account, and the Zelki account is the one that you renamed from. Yeah, that's confusing, man. Additional security drones powering up. We're all very name name fluid in gaming communities. I realize that. Anyone who's played an MMO has learned to be very name fluid. Anybody who hangs out on Twitch a lot has learned to be very name fluid. Most people have more than one name and respond to many. But still. You guys want to stand there in the hall? That might be...
Get there.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Go stand in the hall.
Something's in the way.
Just your stubborn attitude. Come on, move. All right. Could retreat back into the other VI room. We need some sort of cover. Standing there in the hall when they all move into the hall.
That's the last of them.
Is which? Is this before we take on the... I'm confused.
I'm here if you need me.
No, you're standing in front of the door.
I think we're done here.
I think ready. The people who know that that renamed account is ready will have no trouble calling you ready. That part should work okay. All right, the room is not clear. Confused me when I reloaded and she said all clear. Guys, get out here. Get out here. Come to me.
The terrain is too rough.
Then come join me. The terrain is too rough.
Cover me.
That's cute. Stand over there. Should make extra effort to find a place I can save after clearing this room too, since we have to clear 2 rooms. You see how quickly things can fall apart with those rocket drones, right? Shit, here come the rest. I don't think the singularity's doing anything to it. Field boost gives me a little cover to get out of the room. This is not my preferred style of gameplay. The question of mechanics and gameplay come up, and obviously you don't have to stand and cheese and tight corners and things like that. But the way things work on higher difficulties, I think a lot of players feel pressured to do that. You know, this is not a great fight mechanic. It does work better on the lower difficulties where you can kind of go toe-to-toe with things and run around the room and not die instantly because one rocket comes your way. Like this one who's about to fry me with the rocket. Okay, room clear.
Perimeter secured.
Excellent. Should have done before. We're also, we're due for a break, but let's clear this facility, then we'll break and continue. Ready, does canceling your sub on GameWest mean it stops paying every month? Yeah, I'm not... The subs that I have on GameWest to other channels are all set for auto, so I don't really think about their billing mechanisms too much. But I think that's how it works. I mean, if you cancel, you stay subbed, it won't auto bill. I don't know how practical that is. If you're trying to manually do a sub or only do a month or something like that, you'll have to keep an eye on it. I don't think I could tell you what how that works. If we can't get an all clear and drop a save in here, I'm gonna try and put my crew here in this room. And go back and join them. Hope that we don't get swarmed by rocket drones coming all the way into this room, which would be bad.
All targets down.
Much better. Burst of white noise over all frequencies nearly deafens you. Your hard suit's heads-up display interprets it into a series of zeros and ones. They repeat again and again, blanketing all frequencies until the lights on the final VI cluster flicker and die. Specialization class achieved. Specialization class will replace your base class in the talents on the squad screen. Talent ranks in your base class transfer over to your specialization class. Go to your squad screen to view the bonuses you gain with each rank in your specialization class. I forgot all about this. How did I forget all about this? The Nemesis is a biotic specialist who uses the Mass Effect fields to inflict heavy damage against opponents. Improves warp, improves lift, increases duration and damage for all biotic abilities. Bastion, on the other hand, uses biotics for defense or for opponent immobilization, improves barrier and stasis, which I am barely using. Stasis not at all, barrier hardly. Reduces recharge time on all biotics. Nemesis it is. It is, we got a new tree. Branch. Reduces the recharge time on throw, lift, warp, singularity, barrier, and stasis, and increases biotic protection. 4 points, and we still only get a 10% reduction. Charge times. Good, though. I'd spend on that. Go for Master Unity. Master Shield Boost, Master Marksman, that might be nice. What's the difference from the rank we have? Accuracy goes up 60%, rate of fire to 1.5 rounds per second, reduces heat 40%. This is 2 rounds per second, reduces heat 50%. I want Master Marksman, I do keep using that. Come back to Nemesis and Spectre training. Max out Liara's warp. Master warp. Garrus. Oh, what I was working on. Working on dampening. Oh, I was going to pick up adrenaline burst. Let's get that. Alright, save and break.
It's over now.
Now let me save. Beautiful. Okay, break time for me. We're going to take about an 8-minute break. Hope everyone's having a good time. I'm gonna go stretch my legs. I suggest you stretch yours too. Go feed the dogs, grab a snack, and I will see you all back here in a few. Sound good? Good.